Well, I mean, it's honestly not that expensive, except that we need so much.
Right.
So.
Look up the cat litter talk and no dice, no argument.
If you have questions about cat litter, put them in here.
Do you have advice about cat litter?
Advice, because we're looking for because we used to have a sawdust deal that you could just dump into the toilet and it was fine because it was completely 100% biodegradable.
Eric was saying he was just gonna sweep up a bunch of sawdust from ampersand when they were doing that work.
And now it's
depending on because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, you could probably just chuck that outside.
Plans.
I suppose.
Because it's not gonna destroy the earth.
Next, it's pine.
Yeah.
I know, because you put it in a plastic bag, and then I'm gonna put poo in a plastic bag and throw it in the garbage.
I use a litter genie.
Litter genie.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I know,
but it's also just enough plastic.
Right. That's it. Well, we could dump it out in the woods, I suppose.
That's true, but it's it is just like a diaper genie, except when you open it, it's not like condensed baby shit smell.
That's cat poop smell.
Yeah, but it's not that bad. I'd rather change my litter genie than do the plastic bag where you're kind of like, please make it in. Practice hand. What, Jason?
What's up, everybody? Yo. So excited! I'm so excited about being on No Dice tonight. This is like one of those pivotal moments in my life that I look back on and I'm like, God, that was so amazing.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
You got 4 minutes, kid.
Yeah, right. So we're going to get started in a little bit. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just checking us out for the first time, if you're just tuning in right now, we got about 4 to 5 minutes until the show starts, so feel free to come on in, make yourself at home. This is like a D&D group right now where everybody's just kind of arrive and sift in, yourselves included. Come on in, make yourself a drink, take your pants off, don't make it weird, and just, get comfy.
Guy in the corner with a piano.
Yeah.
There usually is a D&D.
DeLeon says he already has a character name picked out for me. I'm a little concerned about what that might be.
Did you have a question or a seed we can think about for the characters?
Not at the moment. The only thing that I would say, I will put it in the chat. I will, All right, I'll put it in the chat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Do it there.
Yeah. Follow the chat. If you're on chat, follow it. He's totally putting it in right now.
I gotta get onto the chat.
So this is what it's like on the other side. So it's so brighter over here.
I feel like it's a little brighter.
It's only got brighter as we've gone along.
Is it? Gonna wear shades.
Yeah.
Well,
you look at people's faces. It's all.
That's how was the turn a page fun? Did I miss that? How was that? Good?
That was a lot of fun.
The new episode was it a lot of fun with turn a page fun?
Yeah. The one we
recorded
yesterday.
Yeah.
And the new one dropped today.
The new one dropped today.
Yes, which is one of my favorite books we've done so far.
Yes. I don't know. Like every time I read a book, it becomes my favorite book.
Except for Master.
I enjoyed that recording session. I
but not that book.
Very much disliked that book.
Which is fine. It's okay to not like racist stuff.
Fun. Popular podcast. If you haven't listened.
You learned a lot about history in that book.
No, you didn't.
How times have changed over the years in a span of 15 years.
The ninjas of ancient China.
The ninjas that know kung fu.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
This last book hurt me. I was
why? Because you were so
laughing so hard.
No, because I was so
you were so angry at the
food too. Yeah, you were like never.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it today, and now I'm like, I don't know if I can listen to it.
Oh no! Not Evil Power Master, which is going on right now.
Okay.
This is the worst day ever. Was it
the worst day of your life?
So it was and it was Nick's favorite book, and it was called The Worst Day of Your Life.
That says a lot.
Did you see that we made
What's up?
Much has changed. in the land of Generica.
Oh, that's right. Actually, Dilly Biggles sent me a private message because she had logged on at 7, our old start time.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, you guys even doing this? Like, no, I'm just a bad friend that doesn't bother to tell you.
I should have said something. I apologize.
I'm so glad Dilly Pickles has joined us. You got the time right. You're an hour ahead or behind whenever that thing changed.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, daylight savings.
Behind,
The
right?
cool thing now is we're doing more of a, what's his,
Dave?
Dave.
That's
yeah.
me.
Dave, what's his name?
That's
You know,
me, Nick.
what's
I've
his
only known
name?
you for like 12
Dave.
years.
Master
I do that too. This is what happens.
This is why I hate hosting for Dinner Detective, because when you have to introduce all the people, and I'm like, so and what's his name?
I know
these people for 10 years.
Forever.
I'm
I'm like, who's Tom? I don't know. Are you Tom?
Hi, Vegetarianzilla.
I'm like, everybody, yay! So I don't have to say their names.
Me all the
Oh,
time.
no.
Especially
Well, in
when
fact,
they spoke
Vegetarianzilla, that buildings are vegetarian.
They are.
Oh.
Really?
Granite, there's no people in granite unless you're doing it wrong.
Nice. Oh, and everyone else
That's true.
too.
That's true.
I'm glad we all recovered
Nice.
from
I like what
daylight
you said.
savings time.
Grandma.
I am not recovered. I'm not going to recover until it goes back to regular time.
Because you know, all this time we were trying to save daylight when we really should have been trying to save ourselves.
I will say,
I said I was gonna do it.
this is my
Feel
preferred
this.
time period, and when we go to the other time period, I don't
Oh,
like
you're
that.
see, I do not like the driving in pitch black at 5 o'clock at night. That is
I don't
not
like
fun.
waking up to darkness.
You will soon.
You
I
will.
mean,
Yes.
No, I-
So one more time, sorry guys, sorry to interrupt, but like if you haven't looked at the Facebook chat real fast, I do suggest that you take a look at that. That is where I have prepared just the secret information that our players must know.
I read it, but I want to read it again.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yes,
not
yes,
even prepared.
just
It's there.
use your phone.
If I only had my phone with me, I'd be able to do this.
No worries. I'm sure someone might be able to help you.
Perhaps a pal
Some
might share
rapidity?
something
Oh,
with
sure.
me.
Maybe what's sitting next to you?
Let's see. Whatever shall it
I
say?
wasn't listening because I was reading.
Oh, okay. I had a prompt, and that was my prompt.
That's fine.
Oh,
did?
no.
Yeah, it did.
That's
fine.
It was related to the thing that you didn't, you don't want us to do.
Yep.
And I was like, damn it.
No, because you're like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired. It's like OneNote. It's like a OneNote thing. You know, like I want to be able to like have
3 or 4 notes.
dynamism. Yeah, extra notes. You know what?
you want one note tonight?
Just one note, please, Brian.
Are you guys all ready for this exciting show that we're about to do? I hope you're all watching us. You're prepared. You're in chat.
Like
You know-
I hope you are because
Yeah,
we're about to get
it's-
started.
it's
In
gonna be
fact,
awesome.
let's just get started now.
Oh my
Okay, it's 7:32. We're 2 minutes late, everybody. I apologize. Hi, welcome to No Dice. Thanks for checking out No Dice. If you're at home watching us, hi. If you're in your car watching us, hi. Please stop driving. That seems dangerous.
Nice. How does this go? What do we do?
Bits and bits and bits and bits and bits and
Thanks, Silly Pickles.
That's awesome. Thank you, Billy Williams.
Bring in the bit.
Thank you.
Bring the bed.
Bringing it.
Dogs and cats, let it
Yeah.
go. Bring the bed.
No, actually,
Town.
Silly Pickles, I feel like you have fantastic timing. I think the idea of that alert being what it is to interrupt people. That's perfect. So one more time, in case you're not aware, this is No Dice, an improvised Dungeons and Dragons-esque Twitch show that airs every Monday at 7:30 p.m. We have had a super long campaign go for like, I don't know, 6-7 months now. We're trying something new. We're doing like one-shots here, one-shots generated by you, the audience at home. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy what we're about to do tonight, hang out until the very end. You can decide what the next episode is going to be about. In case you were wondering, though, tonight's episode is going to be set in Hell's Kitchen.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know, right? And the enemy we're going to be facing is a gluten-free vegan.
Oh my god.
Not a girlfriend vegan.
No,
Although
no.
It could be.
Yes, it might
Tippy
there's
girlfriend.
be like an irritating girlfriend, like a tag-along character.
Yeah, you can't. Pepperoni pizza. Are they related to Vegetarian Zilla at all in any way?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
I bet they are not annoying,
like
but
gluten
very
in our
pleasant and very enjoyable.
She's so nice.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to take your headphones off from that strong sucking sound coming out of Liv's face. All right. Cool. Let me just get back on track here. One more time.
Right on your nose. It's all.
I love it.
Is that poo?
What we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we're just gonna get ourselves set up. So what I think you guys, the audience, should know, and the players should also know. Obviously, wait a second. Our players. Who are our players? Who are this rogues gallery of people directly to my left? And your front.
Or cleric's gallery, or fighters.
Yes, it could be a bard's gallery.
Or a monk's gallery.
It's probably a bard's gallery.
Right,
for the most part.
Feel free to introduce yourselves in whatever order you may choose.
Oh.
I'm Stacy P.
Hey,
Yay, Stacy!
I'm Liv S.
Yes!
I'm a robot most of the time.
I'm Snarf!
Yay!
And I'm Nick.
It's so good to have Star finally join us. We released him from his technological cave where he helps run the show. Now the Grand Wizard is that's the wrong. That's the wrong title. It's not a Grand Wizard.
You don't want to do that.
A Royal Wizard?
No.
Still wrong?
Archmage.
Archmage.
How was that? That one's still okay, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
Archmage. Let me just look that up. At the
Can you check if that's racist for me?
Yeah, what? I don't.
All right.
You know, not even
All
talking
right.
about it. They're not worth our time.
Stark's here and he's fantastic. He's very nice to everyone. And everyone else is here just like normal. No one's excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do here is our location one more time is going to be in Hell's Kitchen. I do think that you should know, though, that part of the stipulation of me telling the story is that it has to. Grand Magus also rules. That is a good one. It sounds kind of like what is that? That's a Ferengi thing. A Grand Nagus. The head of the.
Is he the head of the Ferengi? The Grand Nagus?
Odd Star Trek facts right in there. Two things you guys should know. Our location is Hell's Kitchen, but we are going to be in Hell's Kitchen in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh dear.
All of our players are going to be chefs on the nationally syndicated reality TV show Hell's Kitchen in the borough of Hell's Kitchen in New York.
Oh,
okay.
I thought it was an actual.
No, Hell's Kitchen is a real place in New York City.
Daredevil hangs out there.
Right?
No.
I
Okay,
didn't
he's
know
a
that.
fictional character, but Hell's Kitchen is a real place.
I knew that. I just thought that we were being even more. Whatever. It's cool.
Meta. Totally
Don't
meta.
ruin it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that I do need from you, because we like to kind of fuel our show's fire by getting suggestions. Yeah, exactly. By getting.
That's 3 or 4 seasons.
Just
of
talk
Hell's Kitchen.
over it.
I auditioned for Hell's Kitchen.
You did, and you should have gone on. Because you
I
would
made it
make
really
Chef
hard.
Ramsay cry.
You're so mean.
I made it really
Yeah, everybody knows Stacy. Man, what a mean ass person. All right, we need suggestions from you at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Who will be the idiot sandwich?
Right. So lately I've been doing this kind of a real chaotic freeform way. I am letting each individual player decide a prompt that they would like from you, the audience, to kind of add to their character. So all of our characters are going to be chefs on the nationally syndicated television show Hell's Kitchen. Is set within Hell's Kitchen. But we need to know a little bit more about these characters. Like Nick, what would you like for your character?
Okay, so everybody on every reality TV show says that they're not there to make friends. So
That's great.
what am I here on Hell's Kitchen to do? And it's not to win, and it's not to make friends. It's something else. So give me, what am I here to do on Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah, what is your secret motive for being on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you have a secret motive. Nick's character has a secret motive for being on television.
He needs a name, too.
Yeah, and if you got a name for us...
I did see a name get thrown out there.
Chef Gordon.
Chef Gorgon.
Chef Gorgon. Okay.
Get to the moon.
Okay. I have to take it.
What is it? Which one is it?
I'm not here to Hell's Kitchen to make friends. I'm here to get to the moon.
All right. So Nick is going to be playing a character named Chef Gorgon.
Chef Gorgon.
Whose secret is to get to the moon. He is secretly on television to somehow get to the moon. Perhaps in a spin-off episode, or have his own kind of one shot. That'd be fun. Okay, cool. Let's see. Stacy, what would you like for your prompt for your character?
I want a decade that my character is either stuck in or obsessed with.
Okay, that's great, actually. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need a decade and a name for Stacy's character. Take a couple seconds and think about it. What might your favorite decade be? Sometimes I often think that I'm born out of my time, right?
What time is your time?
Not now, I know that much. But I feel like I would either be a long shot one way or the other. Bam, so good right there. Sorry, DeLeon, I think we got both right there from Special Mark. Real fast, man. Special Mark is on it, I gotta say.
Well, vegetarians all said the 80s.
Oh, the 80s, okay. I like that. You're gonna be Chef Flapper from the 80s. Yeah.
Totally.
It's like all, yeah.
All right,
So like ragtime on the synth.
Yeah.
Yep, sure, that'll happen.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm one man. No time to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
What is this,
Yeah,
red
do that
song?
the whole
Awesome.
time.
That's the Hell's Kitchen
Synthesizer.
You can imagine me in any outfit you want.
All right, so Chef Flapper.
Don't tell the internet that.
Chef
They're
Chef Flapper, visibly inspired by the 1920s, but also greatly in love with the 1980s. Liv, what would you like for your character, my dear?
Thinking about reality TV shows, I'm going to be a celebrity chef.
Okay.
But I'm not famous for cooking or like Kim Kardashian for having a sex tape. I'm famous for something ambiguous that's not something people should be famous for.
Okay.
But
That's
I'm already
good.
famous.
What horrible reason is Liv's character famous?
Infamous.
Yeah, or infamous.
It's
Ooh,
already
that's
there,
good.
butt flapper.
I think that was written in there before. That's a remainder suggestion. Thank you, DeLeon. I appreciate your butt
That
flapper
could be your
reference.
first name, Chef Flapper.
Yeah.
Man.
You ready?
So Liv is more than famous.
Yeah.
She's infamous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And the butt flapper.
Well, I don't know if I want to
Is
take
that
butt
what that?
flapper.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what is a
I feel like
butt.
that's
DeLeon was, I think he was kind of adding a little pepper onto Chef Flapper here.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wasn't sure.
Bam.
Get a herd of cows from.
Yeah, so you have
I might
That's-
be able to do that.
That's.
I want to put those together.
and on the Bachelor.
Liv's character was on The Bachelorette, you're the Bachelor, yeah. And like, you,
I made it 3 rounds.
right, yeah. That was what broke the Bachelor. He was like, I don't know if I can deal with this lady anymore. When you were like, here comes.
Well, I would talk to him like that too. So it's like,
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that since I'm new to this, I might need a little help from you guys. So,
Totally
like, what do you guys suggest? Like, what do you have any ideas? Like, being the veterans that you are with no dice and all. Like,
I mean, go ahead, guys.
like what do you got?
Just pulling the strings over here.
I don't know. I had an idea and then Nick blew it out of the water. So
Yeah?
something good.
For Jason, Jason comes from a long family history of another profession, and he is the black sheep
I can relate
for
to that.
being a chef. So what is that other thing that everybody else in Jason's family is, and they're all disappointed that he became a chef?
His name
That's great.
is Chef Swedish.
Yeah.
Chef
His last name. So everyone is expecting him to be like that, but nope, he's not.
Yes, exactly. So I'm a black sheep.
That long family history is, of course, coal mining.
Yeah.
Runaway model from a mining family. That's right.
Runway models too, or is it just the mining? Okay.
So
runaway model.
no, he is
coal miner.
Okay.
I should have been a coal miner.
Just Zoolander.
All right. So,
All right.
yeah, we have. Let's just go, Chef Derek. That's good.
Derek.
And let's give your character. She's on The Bachelor. Let's give you a generic generic ass white girl name.
Yeah.
Like Angelica with a J.
Or Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney.
With a K or
Yeah.
a U or a... I guess they don't have to...
That's good. Courtney.
Courtney with a K and umlaut and an I-E.
Courtney.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we need from you to get our adventure started.
Go, Brittany!
All that's left is to bring us in
Yes.
to our fantasy realm by singing the song that starts No Dice.
And it has
Nice.
men and women all gathered here inside this hall. Hearken to adventures call and feel the spirits rise. There's beautiful and maidens fair, barbarians in her underwear. You can play most anywhere when you're playing with no dice. No dice, no dice, no fire and ice. Where arrows fly and swords slice. There's never blood and sacrifice, but never any dice. So let us play into the night. Imaginations will take flight. You can call us nerds, you're goddamn right. We're playing with no dice.
Oh my God!
Glorious.
Last long enough.
That was glorious. Glorious.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Left her.
Sure, hope that's right. Okay. Oh!
You got two Chef Derek's.
All right, that's fine.
Chef Derek.
Oh, I'm Chef Derek. I'm not Chef Derek. I'm Chef Flapper.
I'm Chef Brittany Courtney.
Far above the New York rooftops, a red-suited devil prowls. But in the minds of the generican populace, an even more insidious force resides. The power of reality television. Smash cut, bang, poof, to a huge television set full of screaming and adoring audience members.
During the being tortured, it sounds the same.
The title cards flash atop the screen. Hell's Kitchen in bright, bold, flaming letters. A small subtitle made of chef's knives appears just underneath it. Starring Riordan Gamsey.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final season of Hell's Kitchen. Taped here, live, in Hell's Kitchen. As long as the Kingpin allows it.
The audience goes wild at the mention of a well-known, completely illegal reference of a copyrighted character.
And now, to introduce our contestants.
The group comes out, clad in their aprons, wielding their various Santoku and chef knives. Chef Courtney introduces herself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Brittany Courtney, but most people call me Courtney, or hey you, that one from that show. I'm here to cook up some food.
The audience goes mild.
That's about par for the course.
Chef Derek steps out. His broad, imposing shoulders sweeping shadows left and right. His taut, muscular frame and thin, pencil-thin mustache and hips sway back and forth. His eyes, the color of cold, blue steel. He looks forward towards the camera and utters his catchmark phrase.
Bazinga Shazam.
The audience busts a nut. You would think it was a Beatles concert.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chef Derek. You may have seen me from some of my earlier YouTube modeling that I used to do. I'm now a chef. My family, of course, always wanted me to be a coal miner, but that life is not for me. It's not for me. I'm here. I'm where I want to be, and I would like to thank you all. I just hope this can be a fair cook-off.
Chef Derek walks away, his butt like two tiny veal cutlets swaying to the music of I've Been Working in a Coal Mine. A lady in front faints. Chef Flapper is introduced. Her title card is incorrect inexplicably.
It just doesn't change.
For no good reason. Some production assistant is gonna get his ass chewed for this one. Chef Flapper, adorned in, she looks like she stepped off the set of Chicago. Not the city, but the fucking movie. You know what I'm talking about. She introduces herself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Chef Flapper. I'm totes gonna win this one.
Skater die.
She walks away to the Flock of Seagulls hit I Ran So Far Away. Well done, Ryan. You are better.
You all know how it sounds.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, that's good. All right, take the pressure off, Brian, a little bit. Release the valve. Last but not least, a huge, muscular man approaches. But then all of a sudden the light hits him just right, and the audience realizes he is not a man at all, but a minotaur. A bull-shaped man who couldn't come up with a better name than Chef Gorgon. He steps. The audience is like, yeah. Oh.
Man, what minotaurs do I show you?
Yeah. Chef Gorgon steps out from the labyrinthine maze that is the backstage of Hell's Kitchen and introduces himself to the audience with a snort. And perhaps words if he chooses.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to go to the moon. I choose to go to the moon with an explosion of flavor. A flavor explosion so powerful it can send a man to the moon. Not because it's easy, but because it's hard. I say that we're gonna go to the moon by the end of this episode.
The audience goes confused.
So glorious.
All right. Chef Riordan Gamzee descends from a wire, clad in a purple sequin cloak. Oh my gosh! Vegetarianzilla. Wow. Sometimes I think you might just wanna. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Vegetarianzilla. And they're always glad you came. Vegetarianzilla, you wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Vegetarianzilla.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Also, I just want to point out, we've been doing this for like 8 or 9 months now. I'm not sure why we sing that song every time. But every time anyone subscribes, we sing a little song to cheers you up.
Oh, there you go.
Cheers you up.
Anyway, Riordan.
Don't worry, I changed one note in the middle of there, so it's perfect.
Yeah, it's that extra little ting.
Yep.
Riordan Gamzee descends from a wire. Dramatic lighting makes him look cooler than he actually is. He lands and stabs the PA that is responsible for Chef Derek or Chef Flapper's incorrect title card. He runs away rapidly. It's okay. It's a union job, so he's got good health insurance.
That will teach you Wilhelm.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Never mind my accent, or lack thereof. I am Riordan Gamzee. For the final episode of this season of Hell's Kitchen, we have prepared a gauntlet for you all. These 4 final contestants,
He says, gesturing towards our lovely player characters,
must prepare to do battle against a well-known and insidious chef with a secret ingredient now chosen by you, the audience.
You want to choose the secret ingredient?
Please dial 1-800. No, just type into your keyboard in the chat log if you want to decide what Chef Riordan Gamzee is introducing as the secret ingredient.
Smooth voiceover of Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
Daily on, I never noticed how many head wrinkles Ramsey has.
He really does.
I never thought about it.
Furrowed that brow.
So thorough.
It's like Robert Zadar died and gave him his power. In case
All
anyone,
have his power.
Yeah.
He does not have that job.
ladies and gentlemen, if you are not home and you do not know who Robert Zadar is, trust me, you will not regret this. Open another tab right now, just for a second. I give you complete permission, and type in Robert ZDAR into your Google bar and look for images. You've ever seen a man with a face that is a baseball mitt? That's Robert Zadar. What? Special Mark interviewed him? All right, cool. Gotta get back on track. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Secret ingredient.
I need an ingredient, ladies and gentlemen.
It's in
I
there.
need
Yes. It's
an old boot. One old boot. He says, removing the that thing is
Yes, chef.
The
A
champ-
curry.
Silver.
What's it called?
Revealer dish.
a silver revealer dish.
What?
Yes, thank you.
I think it's a chamfer dish.
Sure.
No.
It is now.
Oh,
It's a
you're talking about like a
yeah, it's a chamfer because a chafing dish is what keeps it warm. There's actual heat source under a chafing dish.
Let's see.
So it's a chamfer that is the thing that.
You're correct. It is a chamfer dish. All right.
Chamfer
A
dish.
chafing dish makes the food all uncomfortable.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Chafers.
I just realized I haven't explained this so far, but if you want to get in here and make this
It's a cloche.
more dynamic, more
Oh.
interesting, it's a chamfer dish. Goddammit, the coin says so.
I knew the
Maybe
word.
in our reality it's a clone.
If you want to get in there and make this more interesting, feel free to just get in the chat and come up with narrative problems that we can overcome and just type flip for it. I will make us flip for it. Hey, just in case you weren't aware, no dice. We're playing D&D-esque, but there's no dice. We got a coin. It's a yes or no scenario.
What's a foie gras?
A foie gras.
What is-
Oh, foie gras!
It
It
is
is
duck
the
liver.
floated liver
Foie
of
gras.
a goose that's
Yeah.
been force-fed its whole life.
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it's
That
awful.
sounds awful.
Apparently people love
It's
it.
delicious.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious, but it is a horrible.
Nothing tastes
Um,
as good as abuse.
Yeah. Well, apparently there is actually a one free-range foie gras person who found out a way to just force feed wild geese.
Well, they'll just eat it.
And
the
they
force is
well
still in there, though.
no. So they
Encourage.
come and they're just encouraged to just gorge themselves, but they can't be fenced in. So his losses are 30% to wild predators.
Are they taking applications for
Wow.
geese?
Hey, yeah, right. I was gonna say, I feel like I do that already.
Well, yes, but then eventually you'll be slaughtered and we'll
Right.
eat your
Coyote.
No one lives forever.
No.
Riordan Gamzee opens the chamfing dish. Shut up, Stacy. and reveals an old boot dripping with foie gras.
Shazam!
The good news is that the boot is filled with foie gras and it is made of foie leather. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That's special, Mark. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Typically, I'm into
special chef.
regular leather.
Yes.
It's hard.
The special chef appears in a puff of smoke.
I thought you were gonna say a puff of pastry.
That actually would be awesome. Sorry, a puff of smoke.
Cream puffs.
A good-looking man with a goatee and a bright red suit. He has a hat on that says #1 chef.
Are you the colonel?
Yeah.
The Colonel appears.
The Colonel. It's me. The Colonel.
Everyone knows the Colonel. He fought in World War IV.
Yes. That was a bad one, too.
Mm-hmm.
But we did it. Thanks to you, America. He picks up the screen. National War Hero and Celebrity Chef. The Colonel.
The audience goes patriotic as the Colonel is introduced. Colonel McDonald.
Oh my gosh.
Riordan Gamzee sets up the rules as per usual. Every episode of Hell's Kitchen, you get, some time to make a dish. The four of you will be working together.
Oh.
And he will be working by himself.
Yes.
Colonel McDonald fed the entire front line of the World War IV Generican forces.
Ow,
Still
that's
remember
my
those?
one thing.
Those days. Old days.
Riordan Gamzee points up at the clock. 15 minutes.
Yes, chef.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, it looks like you better get to cooking, you fucking morons." I forgot that he swears a lot and is very disrespectful.
Yeah, well, generic TV.
You all are stupid and smell bad.
Yes.
That's mostly true.
I'm part balls.
I like
This is
you.
bullshit.
That's
Goodbye.
my shit.
Mama.
He's suspended on his wire back above the scaffolding where he lives in the off season. You now have 15 minutes to arrange a dish using any of the various foodstuffs that you may use your imagination to make.
All are making one dish.
You are all making one dish.
Together?
Yes. Or perhaps, if one of you wants to go rogue, it's possible.
I immediately take a carving knife and I start slicing the boot out around the foie gras.
Okay.
And then I start slicing the boot into pasta strips.
Okay,
And then
well,
I throw it into water.
Excellent, excellent. Well, let's see how you do that. Let's see, do you do well? Oh. Okay. Chunky, square bits of boot are now all that remain of the structural exterior. There are a couple, ringlets where you would thread your...
Like eyelets.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
A little,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, little metal things. You got
Probably
those.
weird.
To recover, I shove my hands in the boiling water and then I just twist the squares to make them little bow ties.
Okay.
Little bow tie pastas.
That's a good save. I want to see if it works. It does. All right.
Resistance to
Someone
burning.
is someone waving a
Yeah.
flag.
A character in the crowd stands up. His name tag or his nameplate shines. It's like a PC game. You can see who he is.
Yeah.
It's like World of Warcraft. You see his name above his head.
Yep.
De Leon stands up and waves a red flag in an attempt to mess up Chef Gorgon. He might even mess up this bow tie success he just got.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's make it interesting. Okay.
I lean over to Gordon and
it's
I
a
whisper.
fail, but it's 4 failures. Sorry.
I lean over to Gordon and I whisper in his ears, look, I know you're doing a really good job and everything. You probably have done this before, but it's very important that the presentation looks great because for me, it's all really about the looks, how it is. And by the way, I don't know if you know, but my family really would like me to be a coal miner, and I'm not doing that because I'm here with you. So let's try to make the most of the time we have together, okay? So make it look good for me. Thanks, Gordon. Thanks.
So
Appreciate it.
Chef Derek employs his well-known emotional manipulation trick of I could be somewhere else and my family wants Let's see if Chef Gorgon is distracted. He is also a monster. Let's see if that adds into it. Chef Gorgon is not distracted. He does not have time for puny humans.
time for your emotions or your backstory.
But-
I don't have a time for your emotions and backstory. I gotta make these bow tie pastas out of this moldy boot.
These bow tie pastas look terrible. For some reason, a small red flag is really distracting you. You're ignoring your teammates, but you just can't stop looking. You're just looking at motherfucking
Just doing
flag.
calculations for how to
That
get
flag is mocking me.
Flag, yeah, exactly.
He thinks it's so great.
We have to talk about how you decided that accent, and then even better, how I told you were a Minotaur and you were still fuck it, I'm doing the accent. All right, Stace, what do you got?
Okay.
Chef Flapper, I'm sorry.
So I've got a huge piece of bread and I am hollowing it out because whatever we make, it's going in a fucking bread bowl because 80s.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
There you go. Is that a thing in the 80s?
Yeah, everything was in a bread bowl.
Okay, cool. I'm
Like
with it.
started.
Let's see how your bread bowl looks. Let's see. It is. Oh man, the gluten is a tootin'.
It
Yeah.
will be later.
Yeah, you make a hole and make a little flute out of it. It makes fantastic ocarina noises. It is an artistic bread bowl.
That was my flute, my bread flute.
Yeah.
Make a flute out of a baguette. You just pour it, stab some holes into it.
Totally doable.
Yeah, stale enough.
Totally doable. Liv, what do we got?
Well, so when I was on The Bachelor, my favorite meal was Alfredo. So I figure that the liver of some sort of foie gras will be real good with some, what do they call that when you make the cheese sauce for mac and
fondue.
cheese?
Bechamel?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. And it'll go really nice with those bow-tied whatever things you're making out of that boot.
All right.
Also, I'm gonna use beef broth because that's my thing.
Kind of offensive to the
Yeah,
full
Chef
range.
Gorgon is.
I do it behind his
That's
back.
right. Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
You can't even see it. You're busy looking at that flag. Now where am I from?
Daniel's still over there, like
We got flip,
giving
flip
you the
four.
eyes. Flip of the bread bowl gets a soggy bottom. All right, let's see. I gotta see if the bread bowl gets a soggy bottom. All right. It does not.
That just means you made it from scratch.
There's a man in the audience hoping for that bread bowl to have a soggy bottom. He leaves a man of constant sorrow.
Yep, we got it.
All right. Meanwhile, someone.
I don't think
casts
Zoolander would
a vote
allow
for-
a soggy bottom.
You're right. I'm sorry. Someone votes for Pappy O'Daniel. Anyway, I don't want fop. Damn it. It's just a bunch of
Listen, I'm a
references.
Dapper Dan man,
Yeah.
so let's get on.
So I'm sorry, Liv. One more time. I had to see if this bread bowl thing worked out. You're gonna make this bechamel?
Yeah.
Out of the foie gras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think she's gonna make a separate. Oh, and she does it fantastic. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you at home know how to make a bechamel, we all understand that first you have to start with a roux, and you want a nice,
The roux, that's
happy.
what I was trying to think
You want a
of.
nice, happy blonde roux. You start with a roux, and then you add milk to it, and then it becomes a bechamel.
right.
I am a master mac and cheese artist, by the way, in case you were not aware.
What is it?
I know a little too much about making mac and cheese.
I don't remember all the words, but I know there's flour.
The mac et
I know
fromage.
there's some butter that you melt, you get it really hot.
Chef Derek is accosted by 4 members of the audience. Women hop over the rails and approach him, bearing their breasts and diaries, hoping for signage.
Diaries?
They have. Well, some of them are I don't know, behind with the times. They don't understand. Chef Derek, how do you respond to the feminine approaching you?
Well, oh my Shazam! Let me tell you, I have never seen these girls. You need to get it together.
Oh my!
We are on television.
Please, Derek, we just want
I know
your
you.
autograph.
Okay, I know you might be one of my followers, and I appreciate you and everything. But right now, this is national TV.
Yeah, this is international TV. Have the
Hand roll
audience
real
make
quick.
it.
I'll get them signed. Get back in the audience.
Okay.
All right, there you go. There now. Go on.
Let's see how the. Let's see. It is very legible. I want you to know it is very legible. And the best part about that it's legible, is that you cannot read. But somehow you still spell your name perfectly well, just out of rote memorization of your hand.
He can
Okay,
make his work.
right? Colonel McDonald. Okay, on the other side of the stage, he is doing incredible shit. He's made pancakes because he was bored for the audience. Okay, this guy has a stack of pancakes 70 high. Meanwhile, he's boiling lobsters that he doesn't need just because he likes to watch them die.
The pain is like delicious wine.
He flaps these jacks straight up into the air, one landing in front of every audience member's hands they grab, and they just start eating it. Is just coated in butter.
Has he even used the secret ingredient yet?
No, this is all just side project shit for this guy. He does not even, he is like a level 14 chef. Okay, so literally,
Wait, what level are we?
I don't know, like 3.
No.
I'm a level 8 sugar. Let me tell you. You don't even know. You don't know.
Colonel McDonald
No.
takes the foie gras in his hands. He raises it high, and he says out loud into the camera, "It has been so very long, for so many years, that I have waited for this moment hundreds of thousands of eyes across the Generican continent. This very studio sitting upon the magical ley lines that will now allow me to make this dish. He places the foie gras within a bubbling pot. That doesn't make any sense, right? You think to yourself, well, why would you put a foie gras in water? But within the pot, the water begins to swirl, swirling, ever swirling. From the top-down camera, you see the water becomes blood red. And it begins to grow, it bubbles over, but the foie gras becomes huge and imposing. And all of a sudden, it forms the shape of a horrific foie gras butthole. It's a big sphincter shape. Right? And it all of a sudden, in mere moments, it threatens to swallow the entire studio. You leap into action. Let's see, who has the most magical knowledge among you? It's got. It's the monster.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's on that side.
Intrinsically.
Chef Gordon, you recognize the Gorgon.
Yeah.
You recognize the spell that Colonel McDonald's war hero and secret necromancer is now casting.
That an evil person could cloak themselves in patriotism.
Yes! The audience stays with him. They're like, I don't know, it could be good.
I mean, yes, he did it, but is it that bad, really?
Look, I'm sure it's justified somehow.
Yes.
Okay? The other guys did it.
I see it happen, I just don't care.
He's gonna... Chef Gorgon recognizes that he is turning this now huge sphincter-shaped foie gras into a portal directly to Hell's Kitchen. Within Hell's Kitchen. Chef Riordan Gamzee drops from the ceiling on a wire, but he is also on fire. He is just like, watch out, oh no! And then he bursts into flames as well. Poof! Poof! Poof!
Chef Gorgon leaps into action.
Yes.
Because if there's one thing that his people knows how to do, it's gore buttholes. So
okay.
He jumps in and tries to rip the whole like portal apart with his horn.
Let's see your horny power against his butthole does not allow you to pierce its strong exterior. But you do feel the clarion call of a hell just beyond its fleshy foie gras borders.
Thank you, Special Mark.
Come back, Chef Gorgon. We know you belong with us. Yes, Chef Gorgon. There's like a little, there's always like a little, like weird demon, like Salacious Crumb. Like, I always love that guy.
Yeah.
What's up?
I gotta move.
Go.
I got one thing I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's why I said,
I
what's
got,
up?
oh, I thought you were like.
That's why I said, what's up?
Yeah.
I got all the
give me a chance to
Wait,
feel free.
Stacy, let's stop the story.
I know. I was like, no, I just want to do I got all the feathers,
Yes.
so I want to dance inside of the butthole so it tickles it and like
Okay.
clenches it.
You want to? Okay.
I want to tickle the butthole.
I feel bad that I drew this picture. I did not mean to.
You're just doing.
I meant
you put a
to.
box step inside of a little foxtrot.
I got all the
I really meant to imply that it would just like kind of collapse upon itself, and then it's just have a portal. But it's not. Now we're really in a magic butthole.
Oh my gosh.
Now we're in a really magic butthole. Flip for magical hemorrhoids that curse the chef.
Oh no!
Yes. Okay. First we'll see Stacy's feathers.
Chef Flapper.
They do not irritate the magical hemorrhoids. Luckily. Therefore, Chef Flapper is safe. She sings her favorite 80s song while she does it.
I immediately would
like
like.
a virgin.
Virgin bottle.
I see all of this going on right from afar, and I immediately think like, oh my, that thing needs to moisturize. And I reach in my pocket and I give myself 2 pumps.
1, 2, 1, 2.
And then I throw it across the room at
the thing.
At the thing,
Yes.
right? So it explodes
Yes.
just to see
All right.
if it's moisture.
So the
Shazam!
The unscented Jergens Chef Derek throws at the satanic butthole portal finds home and does a meager amount of damage, but one of the magical hemorrhoids subsides and becomes a normal satanic butthole bump.
Butthole is just relieved.
Yes. Now that this part of the narrative is over, the butthole collapses upon itself. So we can stop talking and using that word. And now...
Tonight's episode brought to you by Preparation A.
Just by preparation.
Says
because
Mario
no one
Lopez.
is after battle when it comes to hemorrhoids.
Colonel McDonald steps through the shimmering, pulsing, slightly moistened red portal into a hell that beckons you as well. In the backs of your minds, I don't know if you guys have ever played Doom before, but some of that cool heavy metal music plays in the background, and you think to yourself, we have to stop him.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm gonna
so
bring a
that-
bunch of cows, and it's gonna be soon, but I can't guarantee when it's gonna happen.
Okay?
I create 2 glowing globes of green globes of energy
Normal.
on my hands.
Normal.
And then I jump in.
Chef Gorgon creates 2 magical arcane orbs of energy. No one in the audience is surprised. He's a monster. I guess that makes sense, they say.
Yeah,
The
well
people-
known minotaurs are for creating fire.
Yeah. People watching at home are like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Yes, thank you. Yes, Special Mark Productions. Green Jello orbs. Mint Jello.
And
In
he's,
case we come across any land.
he steps forth, Chef Gorgon steps forth into Hell's Kitchen. I assume followed by the rest of the party.
Yes! I'm from the south, so I got a shotgun for each hand.
Right, and you,
I do this with both of them every single time I need to use them.
Chef Courtney thinks to herself, it's hot in the kitchen, but it's hotter down south. Let's do this. Yippee-ki-yay.
Good sir.
Yeah, good sir.
Yippee-ki-yay, my friends.
I,
Let's do it.
Come to bottle. I like that. Thank you, Dilly Pickles. And
Well,
let's...
I would like to reach, so I reach underneath the counter and I grab out 2 cans of whipped cream. I set them on the counter. I rip my top off.
Everyone faints.
Cover myself in whipped cream and grab and go, let's get it on! And then I run forward into the orifice.
And I grab a can of hairspray.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got their ammunition, their aerosol-based ammunition.
Hey, dude, we're gonna help. There's gonna be a lot of
There's gonna be fire.
You're right.
Hairspray's gonna work.
You,
Chef Flapper.
Jump into.
you emerge on the other side of the satanic butt hell into Hell's Kitchen proper, the pantry level. All around you are odd foodstuffs like baby oil made out of real babies, and devil spit, nightshade.
I have newts.
Deviled eggs.
Yes, deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Thumb of a Turk. I don't know.
Yes,
Shakespeare. That's-
nose,
Yeah.
nose pimples, air farts.
Good intentions
Good.
everywhere.
Yes, sugar, spice, everything bad.
They're spicier than sugar.
You are
Sweet, I
accosted
hate it.
by 2 snotlings. They're green, slimy creatures that resemble gremlins from the movie Gremlins. But they're not gremlins because, again, copyright issues.
You seem like you'd be very familiar.
So
Gremlins?
these 2 snotlings approach you. They brandish small knives and threaten you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. You're too clean for this kitchen. Yeah, we don't like. We're the desanitation department.
You're gonna use a pair of knife to try to kill any of us?
Well, there's just 2 of us. There's always a pair of knives.
Oh my god. I hate you so much.
They attack you with their tiny knives. Let's see. You are not damaged at all. You find them irritating and kick them out of the way. They're like a foot.
I actually, as I'm kicking, I just go do a headstand and do a full both leg back kick.
Hell yeah.
Kick them all the way across hell.
I want to see how well this works out. It works out. You keep them. Do you ever? This is one of the things I think that just kind of stuck with me.
Wait, do they go to the moon?
I might hold on. One of the reasons my friends always told me is like Batman knows kung fu, Superman does not know kung fu, and the reason why is because he punches people. If he kicked people, he would atomize them instantly. That's why Superman doesn't know kung fu. You kick these two gremlins so hard, they instant transmission disappear, and somewhere in another scene, they appear right in the Sea of Tranquility.
And their faces instantly freeze. And their eyes explode.
But it's beautiful. For just a moment.
Space.
Chef Gorgon does not recognize the irony of having the power himself to transport others to the moon, but his lifelong dream is to go there himself.
Do they make at least? Does someone make the goofy sound effect like?
Yeah. They both Wilhelm scream right before they explode. Yeah. Chef Courtney looks around the pantry. She takes stock. Does anything seem of interest to you? All of hell's delicacies sit beckoning.
I'm gonna grab the hottest hot sauce I can find. That's just for me.
You find a bottle of Mega Death Sauce, which is a real hot sauce that Hot Ones uses.
I knew this is where it came from.
Comic fire.
Yes, the Bomb 3000. I know a lot about hot sauces too.
You know a lot about a lot of things, David. I take a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna put them in like somehow I have like a grenade belt.
You fashioned a bandolier out of a crocodile skin that's sitting around.
Obviously, and then
I just left outside of Milwaukee apartment.
I put one in my back pocket because I'm gonna keep that one for me and probably remake the recipe. But the rest of them go in the bandolier for later.
Sounds good. Does anyone else have any more preparations? You look forward.
Preparations
A through G are complete. Are there any other preparations you can
Prepare preparation H. Everyone, do not forget to tamp it. Tamp it to the max. I don't know why. I just wanted to get that in there as well.
We're silly.
Burning boot prints beckon you forward in the direction of Colonel McDonald's escape. It seems as though him and the infernal powers have struck some sort of deal. Think to yourself, this evil necromancer war hero must be further within Hell's Kitchen. Perhaps 2 or 3 layers above where we are now, most likely, given the normal dungeon layout of these shows and the limited time frame in which to create them.
I may be sillier than a cat on a tilt-a-whirl, but I think we could run and catch up with them real fast.
That sounds great. Now, let me tell you something. So before we go, can we get these bottles of LaCroix? Is that what it's called? LaCroix?
Upside down
LaCroix upside down. All I know is I've never seen that brand before back at home, and I would like to maybe get 2 or 3. And by the way, before we get battling, do you think maybe we could team up, and get against all the other players? We won't form a union against everybody else, and it'll be me and you and nobody else.
Just the 2 of us?
Just the 2 of us, yes.
All right.
Are you scheming to still win the show?
Smash cut to one of those reality TV shows. like interviews? The interviews where you're just by yourself looking at the camera. Chef Courtney reveals that she thought about it earnestly.
I thought about it and then I went, all right, for now, as long as it works for me. I'm not here to go to the moon or to make friends.
Quick cut to Chef Derek. He's looking directly at the camera, revealing his evil master plan to the audience.
I knew that Courtney was weak. That was why I picked her. I didn't pick the others because they were not weak.
Smash cut back to the pantry level of Hell's Kitchen. They're shaking hands. It looks so weird.
They were. Weird. Everything's weird in hell.
Meanwhile, Chef Flapper starts singing "I Stop the World and Melt with You" as the remaining camera crews of the Hell's Kitchen TV show within Hell's Kitchen also cross along the portal with cords long enough to continue taping and filming the episode.
This is just a regular old week at Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah. Two of the PAs look at each other and they're like, that's a living. They don't care. They have good health insurance, so they'll be okay. Okay, let's see, what's next? So you know the direction in which Colonel McDonald is headed, okay? There's some internal politics happening. I'm not certain we have time to resolve them, but we'll figure that out. And you know that you have to stop Colonel McDonald because it seems like he's up to something. I'm sure he's made a giant butthole in Hell's Kitchen for some reason.
I mean, you're literally in hell. It's probably.
It's not good.
We're the ones who came.
I actually take the flapper and I take her on my back and I just tear down.
And the whole time I'm jazzercising.
Because I'm faster. Because I'm a raging bull person.
For sure. So Chef Gorgon and Chef Flapper do the, I don't know, like they form like Voltron and they start running. Chef Derek and Chef Courtney follow as well. Chef Derek very close behind Chef Gorgon, might I add, because he is an incredible runway model. The world is his runway.
He puts the run in runway.
Yes, you're so right.
Not even breaking sweat, baby. Come on, let's go.
On his belt, he's got. Oh my God!
Holy, okay.
Oh yeah.
My synth, perfect synth.
Bits and 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 bits. Thank you so much, Savril, as always. You're the hero that we deserve and need and want and like, and thank you.
And those things don't have to be mutually exclusive.
No,
No.
they don't.
I'll
But
definitely
they-
be thinking of you tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my.
Oh.
It's alright, we all gotta be comfortable in our own self now.
Meanwhile, back at the studio, De Leon finally stops waving that red flag for some reason. You guys continue on to the second floor of Hell's Kitchen, where you climb up some sooty steps that smell like a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Peach?
Yeah, good. That's like,
It smells like a peach.
They smell like a bitch.
It smells like cotton.
Not that
I
sassy.
say that.
It's like one of them.
well, look who's come to join me. It isn't. That's right. This is my real accent. I should have said it all along. I see you've come to my lair to prove yourselves as the best chefs this side of Tar Nation.
It could use a few throw pillows, I tell you that much. It needs to be a little more homey. A little homier.
Silence!
It's okay.
It's time for you to put up, or shut up, or shut down, or get up and dance. I'm not good at just. It's time for the final round of this competition. What will the secret ingredient be?
The lights in hell grow low and dim.
A big screen appears out in front of them, as if they're waiting for someone to just type something.
Anyone, maybe perhaps in a chat log nearby, might now be able to add.
McDonald's French fries.
Okay,
That may have not been
that's fine.
but
It's fine. We'll take it.
we'll take it.
McDonald's.
My French fried nunchuck.
No, you're good.
Right.
No sorry. No sorry special.
Don't be sorry. That's how reality is. So try to make something out of these here French fried nunchucks if you can.
Satan appears. Boo! He's huge. He's like 200 feet for no reason. Yes! Ever since I have been denied passage to the surface of Earth, I have a craving for...
Sorry, we're right here. You don't have to shout.
Sorry, I'm not...
I know, you're huge. Just if you could...
I am the Morning Star.
Yes, I'm aware.
Alright.
I'm aware. I went to your summer camp.
Oh, my summer camp. Oh, how is that going, by the way?
Pretty good. We're rounding them up.
I've only heard good things about it, says a person randomly in a crowd.
I immediately take out my can of whipped cream, shake it really hard, and put a circle around me. And I'm like, I will be protected, Satan. Make note. Make note.
God's very own cream has been brought into this realm. The very sight of it burns me. Satan is mildly irritated by the presence of whipped cream. He also continues his French fry explanation, or else this story is slightly less inexplicable. I've always wanted to taste French fries again, but I was denied first entrance to France. My passport was bad, and also God would not allow me. Now, I challenge you to meet my strict dietary guidelines and craft me a French fry of similar quality. It must be gluten-free and vegan. He turns into 1,000 buttholes and flames. Boom, boom. Flaming buttholes. And I don't know, he's shared for a second there too, for no reason.
I call a bunch of cows to go into the flame. I've been working on that for like an hour.
Hell cows.
That's just for me once again. So they're perfectly sizzled and staked from the devil's flames.
I want to see how well your belt travels. It does not. Your belt
Well, cause hell cows.
resonates throughout the pits of hell. And it reaches the portal but does not summon any normal cows.
No bovine?
No. But somehow Chef
we roll
Gorgon
to see if
is
I
incensed.
am.
Exactly. Chef Gorgon resists your clarion call,
This is the only thing I can do besides cook.
but his nearby brethren do not. Out of a pocket dimension nearby that contains many a maze, 100 Minotaur men can drop out of nowhere. Their allegiance remains uncertain.
Our milk is fire.
Yeah, we fucking kill
I thought you were
people.
a bull. How do you have milk at all?
It's
You
hell.
don't want to know.
It's hell, baby.
I happen to notice that the walls seem to look a lot like coal, which I'm very familiar with. And I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking, this is all going in my mind. I'm thinking like, is that coal? I think it is. Is that a shovel? It shall be. And then I ran over to it, I grabbed the shovel and start digging the coal, start mining it.
You have incredible flashbacks of your father.
Derek, when you grow up, I want you to be a coal miner, just like your father. I can do it. I'll make you so proud of me.
Your mother putting coal in your stocking even though you were a good boy.
Because you were a good boy.
Yes, all the other children.
We don't want to go over to Derek's house. He doesn't have any video games.
Then I find the perfect piece and I look at it and I'm like, this is the one I shall defeat him with. And I put it in my pocket and I run back to my circle.
All right, I want to see. Okay, all right. You find something that you are certain will help you defeat Satan. Colonel McDonald says to himself, "You have no ingredients. You have but 100 Minotaur men, and I have the magical powers of all of Generica."
I got it. Is it vegan to use your own earwax?
Do you suffer?
No.
Yeah, sure, that sounds vegan to me. I don't know.
I think I own my own earwax because we have no ingredients, and they say that's like potatoes. So that's gonna be the potatoes.
Who says that?
I'm saying it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Because
just making
he
sure.
just said, he just
They
said we
say.
have no ingredients,
Yeah.
and we need to
The real
make.
ingredients was yourself.
Don't do it yet.
So I'm just trying to make the most out of these French fry nunchucks, because that's the job, right?
I want to see.
I hope this works.
No, the coin does not will it. Your earwaxes are not sufficient. The waxiness is wanting. Satan appears again and laughs at you. Ha ha! He says.
As soon as he appears, I hold it up and I yell, I have the power!
Let's see.
And I just throw it at him as hard as I can.
It lands in his belly. Satan's like, get that shit out of here.
It was my one favorite piece that I took off the top of the shelf.
It clinks down into the abyss and falls for hundreds of years until someday a little orphan child finds it, lost within a dimensional pocket deep within hell, and he makes eyeshadow with it and becomes the world's first Generican superstar runway model. And that's a boy named James Boland.
That would be so nice.
But for now,
What a sweet name.
but for now, your rock attack does not register to Satan.
I want to take my hairspray and spray in his eyes and steal his ingredients.
Into Satan's eyes or Colonel McDonald?
Colonel McDonald's eyes, so I can take his ingredients.
All right, you take your hairspray. What kind of hairspray?
In my eyes.
Your eyes, your eyes.
eyes.
Yo, it's a huge
It
big
burns
can
in
of Aquanet.
Your eyes. I wanna spray directly
Into your eyes, your eyes. All right, so the Aquanet does not find purchase. I am sorry. At the very best, it makes Colonel McDonald's eye patch more sticky and harder to remove from his face.
Someone must pray.
Flipped for someone to pray to Alanis Morissette to bless their next attack. Dilly Pickles, you're correct. God's true name is spoken.
I'll do
And what it all comes down to is everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine.
So I pray with and I amplify the Alanis Morissette singing her music, and it is so shrill and obnoxious. It whips up the 100 Minotaurs behind me into a frenzy.
Yes.
And then they stampede towards Satan.
Yes, you reckon to the Minotaurs. You know our true enemy. You know. You. I know.
And I am to remind you.
All the hundreds of Minotaurs, the old ancient Roman enemies of humanity.
Or Greek.
Yeah, whatever. And they rush off the cliffside, piling their corpses up in the abyss through which Satan stands. Many of them fall, but some of them make it across the corpse bridge. They hew Satan at his side, and he's like, "Ouch, guys, stop!"
Wait, is that De Leon running also?
Yep.
With the red flag?
De Leon has grown tired of sitting in the studio audience. The remote cameras are not what they could be, and you know he paid well for that ticket. He is not going to waste it. He has leapt the bar. All right, he runs into hell. He's got a red flag in one hand, and I don't know. De Leon, what's your secret weapon? What's the secret weapon you grabbed out of hell's pantry?
Trying to see it.
Anything at all. Something that hell might contain, something that you might even have, something that's cool.
What is it?
For you, De Leon. Take a couple seconds and think about it. The Minotaurs, they're screaming, blood back and forth. It's like that scene from 300, but cooler. You know, where they drive the Untouchables off the cliff. You know what I'm talking about?
Immortals?
The 300? No, the Immortals, not the
Their ads
Untouchables.
were not real. They were not like this.
No,
I
yeah.
worked very hard. Those were digital. Digital.
That was.
I was busy
See that?
making out while that movie was playing.
De Leon, your secret weapon, man. All right, let's just do the red flag. If you got something else in your pocket, let me know.
The red
guy?
flag
Jason.
enrages
Chef Gorgon.
Chef Gorgon. And Chef Gorgon screams, "I choose to go to the moon!" And he throws his mint jelly globs that he has
He's been holding
at
them the whole
Satan,
time.
and he's going, bang, zing, to the moon! And because mint jelly complements lamb so well, it summons the Lamb of God, Jesus himself, into hell to punch Satan to the moon.
Yes.
And due to the dichotomous nature of these two, like divine and evil forces being within the same space, a huge explosion echoes forth, and like everyone blacks out. Ugh. When you come to, you're floating.
Was that special mark?
Floating towards a large white craterous surface. You know you're there. You're choking. You lack the oxygen to breathe. Does anyone have any smart ideas?
I start sucking on my
Finally.
whip it. I'm like, whip it.
Let's see.
Whip it good, Doug. Good.
Everyone does whippets. Everyone does whippets real fast. And ladies and gentlemen, our entire party expires 200 feet from the surface of the moon.
No! But I was gonna dance on the moon with some
ironic?
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. If only you could sink down to the surface of the moon, but you've died too soon.
Can I? Am I still just a tiny bit?
You're a tiny bit alive.
I'm gonna throw.
Last actions, everyone gets one final player character moment.
I can see Chef Gorgon ahead of me, and since I didn't come to go to the moon, I throw one of my my grenades that are hot sauce at him, just to hit him hard enough because there's no friction in space.
You're right.
So he can make it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Just hit the moon. So
Yeah, all right, let's see it.
Please work.
No!
I missed.
You missed, but
It
you
blows Gorgon off into space.
yeah.
Out of the orbit. And he
The
just
irony is
floats away.
too good.
And it's stuck away in the void. Like that Ray Bradbury short story.
You sarcastically sing, "Thank you, Courtney." Thank you so much. Thank you for Courtney. Chef Gorgon slowly plummets into the black abyss that is space after his rapid exit.
What is light without darkness?
Yeah. What is Chef Gorgon's final words?
And he can't because he's mouth and tongue all froze.
Are you saying he says bang zing to the moon?
Yes. Bang zing.
To the moon. Chef Flapper.
To touch the face of God.
Turns to a constellation.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he turns into Taurus, right? He turns into cool Taurus.
Yeah, cool Taurus. Which is right next to normal Taurus, but it's that the cow's doing something cool, like giving you the finger guns
You
or
can
something.
tell Taurus is trying to overcompensate, but it's just even less cool.
It's not the same. Chef Flapper.
I'm gonna use the last of my Aquanet to make my hair doesn't move at all, my 80s hair. And then I would say, like, totally.
The last thing that Chef Flapper thinks about are her Zubas. Chef Derek, floating towards the moon, thinks to himself, if only I could land and mine that thing. Papa might be proud. His father's voice speaks to him.
I look over at Courtney as I look beautiful and form a pose. I'm like, the alliance is over.
Oh, damn.
And then I just sort of float away.
It's weird that they got those after studio interviews.
Yeah. They still do that. Yeah. There's a cleric. He resurrected
Like
everybody.
nobody hears what we're saying.
Has everyone's had their last moment? Or?
Yeah.
My last moment was throwing stuff at you, so yes. And then fucking you.
Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, behind you as your characters die, there is still the TV crew in space holding the TV cameras. They have enough slack to go down through a portal to hell and back up into space. It's all broadcast live to every generic and television set.
Are they also somehow completely equipped so they are not?
They're
coming
ready.
back
Yeah,
and,
the PAs are the production assistants. No, I mean that's their thing. They are ready. Right? That's their job. It's their job to be ready. Plus they got good health insurance. Doesn't matter.
Those weird plus signs all over it.
It was like the cameraman whisper going like, we're going to get a shitload of subs out of this.
Yeah,
This is going to be amazing.
And they're connected so they know they can pull themselves back in with their wire.
Down in the generic and countryside and along every tiny thatched roof and wooden hut and, I don't know, like high rise in the New York suburbs. Phones are dialed. A series of numbers are dialed into them. We shall see now.
To dial Chef Leopard, dial
Yeah.
867.
No. Okay. No. Okay. No. Okay. And. Okay. All right, I know. We're down to the last two. Okay. And it's gonna be. No. It's gonna be. Chef Derek is the winner of Hell's Kitchen. Even in the afterlife, victory is sweet.
Yeah, where do they go when they die?
Yeah, they go to the next season, which is Hell's Space
The models of Hell's
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
And you might see that next episode of Hell's Space Kitchen if you watch No Dice next week. And if you don't, I mean, I don't know. We might decide what next week's gonna be about in just a couple seconds, but just so you know, that's No Dice, baby!
No dice! No dice!
We call no dice. You hope you thought it was nice. Are sufficiently enticed. Tell all of your friends.
Tell them!
Though we live inside the glass, it's you who makes this game kick ass. So to you raise our glass. Come play with us again.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you so much for hanging out and checking out No Dice on the Sexy Hackers Twitch channel. Hey, what is Sexy Hackers? What is that? You've been looking at these fantastic shirts down over here in the corner, kind of like far over there underneath Chef Gorgon. They're just kind of flashing at you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are home and you are wearing a shirt, I want you to know that shirt is not good enough. You deserve a better shirt.
Unless you're wearing.
Unless you already have one of our shirts, it's fine. But if you
Even though
don't,
I hear that the shirts now are better than they were.
they are better than.
You can even get hoodies. Look.
You can get hoodies.
Oh, look. Yes.
What?
It's glorious.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you are home and you are a person who wears clothing, I need you to go to this website, okay? It's right down there. Sexy Hackiers or Sexy Hackers. There might be a typo down there. It's fine. We'll figure it out. SexyHackers.com and get yourself a shirt, okay? Get yourself a pant. Maybe two pants. Make it pants. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, special mark. When you go outside, you gotta wear clothing. That's why people have been yelling all this stuff to you, okay?
And you get 20% off, too.
You get 20% off if you use the
Just
code.
because you were here tonight.
No dice.
You're
Do
so
that.
lucky.
Go get a t-shirt, you know? Go get a t-shirt. Quit sitting in your house naked. All right? Seriously, have some self-respect.
Sit in your house naked except for that shirt.
Yeah, except for that shirt. Just let it
Yeah,
out.
just Pooh Bear all over that house.
Just straight up.
Are you all concerned that Special Mark is in fact naked right now
I
in
actually
his
hope
house? Like,
that he
what
is.
it is?
I hope so, because why have a house if you can't be naked?
I guess you're right. Yeah.
And why not? Yeah.
Look, before we go any further, one more time, just a quick shout out and a plug. Go get a t-shirt from sexyhackers.com. And we do need to get set up for our next episode. So next week, next Monday at 7:30 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/SXYHACKERS, Sexy Hackers with no first E. We're going to do another No Dice. We need a location. Where is our No Dice going to take place? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're at home, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this right now, hop in that chat bar. Help us figure out what next show is going to be about. All right, anything at all. It could be a location. It does not have to be an actual location. It could be a non-geographical location. It could be like your mom's house, or it could be like, you know, Georgia, or like, I don't know, like a cotton plantation. All right. All right, we're gonna take it.
Inside a cornucopia.
Oh, I like that
I
one.
like that.
Technically, the rules are he did first.
Yeah, I don't care what people say.
I got the rules. We take what we want.
Cotton cornucopia.
I don't want to, yeah.
Special Mark, don't do this, Special Mark. All right, we gotta do it. It's too late. Even Special Mark was like, I like cotton plantation. All right, we're gonna take
That's great. Thanks, Mark. Thanks,
cotton
Special Mark.
plantation. It is easy for us.
So is that like a chewy type of banana, but it's made out of cotton?
I get the impression the Grand Wizard will be showing up.
Oh my God.
How about a cotton candy plant?
Yeah, I will be guesting next week.
Yeah.
I like a
All right.
cotton
They'll be all new.
It'll be, we're going to do a cotton candy plantation. Okay, that's good.
Oh, okay, that's great.
It's still weird. Look, just get over it, okay? It's going to be fine.
All right, it'll be fine.
We're all
I
artists.
trust Dave.
I mean, I think the plantation is the problem.
Yeah.
Do they have plantations still?
But a cotton farm.
Like a farm? Is that what it's called now? I don't know.
Candy farm.
Is that what it's called? Cotton candy farm?
Oh, fuck, why did I do this?
Ooh, I like that.
You're not versus a living cornucopia.
A living
So
cornucopia?
it's a sentient cornucopia.
Oh,
our
it's the
villain.
bad guy,
Yeah.
and we're on a cotton.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to take a cotton farm.
That's okay for some reason. We're good.
It's like Halloween versus
Cornucopia.
Yes.
And we are on a cotton candy, privately family-owned farm.
Right.
Where everybody gets paid and people are happy.
There you go. And healthcare. They all get healthcare.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out the next No Dice where we awkwardly dodge the subject at hand for a very long time and talk about our favorite scenes from certain films instead, just to kind of get our minds off what we're actually dealing with.
As a reminder, that's from the audience.
Right, yes.
You guys
want
wanted
you guys
this.
to know if it's bad at all, you did it. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so very much. My name's Dave, that's been Nick, that's been Stacy, that's been Liv, that's been Snarf, the fantastic Brian right over there. Give it up for him on the keys. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I will catch you next week, Monday at 7:30 p.m. We will see you on the flip side.
Oh, I love Scrubs. It's one of my favorite shows.
I've always wanted to be in your band.
Yes.
I don't have any music. But I can pretend.
No,